are live. Welcome, Yash. Welcome to today's show. Today is going to be super exciting, and we're going to be discussing about some really interesting things about Web 3.0. My name is Gregor, and I'm going to be the moderator. I'm going to be interviewing Yash. He's the CEO and founder of Hero Trainer. What we're going to be talking about today is how the Web 3.0, how the move and earn in Web 3.0 works. What is it all about? How can you make money by exercising, running, and meditating, or doing other activities that are beneficial for you? Uh, Unbelievable, but it is possible with Web 3.0. And Yash is going to tell us all about this and exactly the amazing work that they're doing at Hero Trainer. So, to the ball to you. Tell us a little bit about Hero Trainer, what you guys are doing, what is this move to earn, and yeah, just feel free to introduce yourself and welcome to the show.
Hey, Gregor, thank you so much for having me on this show. It's really an honor to be here. I know you have quite a cast of people that usually show up on here. So again, really thank you for having me on. So Hero Trainer, I founded that back in 2019, and it originally started out as a Web 2 product, right? So very simple idea. You would go for a walk, you would get points, and you would trade those points for video game gift cards. And it was a mobile app, right? So it was available on iOS and Android. What we are today is really capitalizing and moving to this next generation of Web3. So we have the ability to track your steps, and you would earn not only points, but those can be traded for tokens. We also have a game character that would get stronger as you exercise or you meditate or you do logic puzzles. Or
wait. Let me back up, because this is, for me, this is unbelievable. Meaning, you go for a walk and you earn some coins that you then convert into gift cards. Explain that. How does that work? How can you earn some coins, convert them into gift cards? Where is the how is this model working?
Absolutely, good question. So the way it works, it actually pulls health data from Apple Health, Google Fit, and Fitbit. So it syncs whether you have a smartwatch or you're just using your phone as a pedometer. All of that feeds directly into the app. And you can trade those. So you will have, like, at the end of the day, you'll be like, okay, I've walked 10,000 steps. I have 10 points. 1,000 steps equals 1 point. And you can trade that once you have enough points for a gift card. At this moment, right, the difficulty was keeping it sustainable in the Web 2 model, right? Because we were, when we started out, we were a small company and we had to provide the gift cards ourselves. So with this Web 3 model, what we're really working on is building a game on top of this. And you can actually create new value from the characters that you power up and the equipment that comes with them. And now the token has actual utility in the game that is, creates that kind of feedback loop. People can still redeem gift cards, but the focus is more so on creating this new value that comes from spending time improving yourself. So the better rewards actually come from investing in your own health, like getting mentally healthier or physically healthier. And for you, you won't even realize it. You will just see your game character grow. And, a month from now, 60 days from now, 3 months from now, you will be looking yourself in the mirror and be like, very fit, jacked, or like, feeling much better about yourself. And you will have created new value with the NFTs that you've collected. You'll be able to sell those on the marketplace. Or, with the points that you have collected, you can trade those for our in-app token. So, token, yeah.
Incredible. So basically what you're saying is, let me do some work and improve myself, exercise, go for a walk, and then later you also said meditate, and all of this data that is gathered in your cell phone, in Google Fit or in any other application like Samsung Health, is pulled into the application, is analyzed, and based on your success and how healthy you have been, you are awarded a certain amount of tokens per day. And
correct.
you use these tokens to get a monetary or a financial reward.
Correct.
Now that is amazing. How is this final part possible? How is the financial reward uh, possible being generated out of basically just thin air, more or less?
Sure, and that's a great question, and it's actually a big issue for a lot of play to earn games
Yeah,
or move to earn games. Right? Fundamentally, they follow very similar principles. The money has to come from somewhere, and either it comes in a very Ponzi-like manner where people purchase NFTs and it just keeps going. The price keeps going up
yeah,
until you have this major sell-off when users see it, the decline in growth, or it starts to dip a little. So what we're doing in a sense is we have kind of divided it into two categories. We have our free users who are, can play the game exactly as it is. And the way they create value is by creating these NFTs. They actually cannot generate, the free to play players cannot generate any tokens. A percentage of the proceeds will go to provide liquidity for the tokens itself. The premium players, so the people, we have a monthly subscription model. Again, nothing that you don't have to buy an NFT. It's a fixed price, so it does keep increasing. You don't have to, that constant feeling that you have to get your return on the higher price. So if you came in at 100, you're expecting a $200 return or whatever. So it's a fixed monthly subscription model, and that allows you to trade the points for tokens as well. So in that sense, a percentage even of the premium subscription model goes to provide liquidity for the tokens, and then it's also coming in from the free players. So you have, if we look at this, you would say like about 90% of our players are going to be free players, and they would create liquidity for the token, the premium subscribers who are really interested in receiving return on their investment, so to speak. So that's in our mind, that's the only real sustainable way that works. If the liquidity has to come from somewhere, you can't just
exactly.
make
Yeah, you can't
money
just
out of
create
thin
it
air.
from thin air. Exactly,
Yeah,
absolutely, and that's how you guys are generating a revenue that you are redistributing afterwards with the users of the application. You are collecting subscription fees, and after that, you are redistributing these subscription fees as rewards to all of the users that reach certain benefits. Correct?
absolutely. Yep. So we have the premium subscription fees. We have actually a couple sources that actually feed into providing liquidity for the token. We have the premium subscription fees. We have the percentage of the NFT transactions that happen on the marketplace. We have optional video rewarded ads. So anytime a user decides to watch an ad, they'll get a point. But that revenue that comes from that, percentage of that will go to providing get liquidity for the token. And then we have affiliate marketing partnerships, and we even have plans to partner with insurance companies. But all of this extra revenue allows us to create the largest pool, and while keeping us around, sustainably growing, and making sure our users are having a great time with the app. Like, it's fun. It shouldn't feel like work for them, because then it defeats the point.
Good
In
point.
that way, even if a token price fluctuates or things change, they're there because they're having fun, they're getting healthy, not primarily for a return on their investment.
Makes good sense. Basically, you guys are generating real life revenues and funneling them into the reward system. So you've created an ecosystem where you're with different parts of Hero Trainer. You are able to generate different forms of revenue and then funnel all of this inside of the reward system. That is amazing. I want to know, because this is pretty complex. You talked about the token, you talked about NFTs. I know that the token is not yet out. I think you guys are doing something with an NFT. Would you mind telling us what is kind of your roadmap? How are you guys? And you guys, I know you guys are also have thousands of users already using your application, but it's still not complete. So why don't you walk us through how are you guys going to market? How are you approaching this? Because this is quite a big and challenging project. So developing and building all of this at once is kind of not really possible. So what are the different steps on how you guys are approaching this?
That's a great question. So where we are today is we have our Web2 app live. So again, it's an invite only, US only application right now, just so because we are the ones providing the gift cards. So for us, it's a place kind of like a little bit of a testing field to kind of test out new features. And we have that ongoing just to have our community start to slowly convert them teach them about the Web3 space. So there's this component that will be going in parallel as we slowly start shifting over to the new Web3 version of the app. So the next step is we're focusing.
Just a second, sorry, just to maybe reiterate this, because this is, I think it's an important point. You guys started with a Web 2.0 version of the application. You built everything on a closed infrastructure, or not closed infrastructure, but a standard infrastructure like every application that we know today. After you've tested the model and consolidated it, you've decided to integrate or do little other steps to bring it onto Web 3.0. This is kind of the plan, right?
Correct. We would, I think a good way to describe us is like we're like Web 2.5, or like the bridging between two different worlds here. And I think that's very important because right now, a lot of companies are fighting over just Web3 users, and there's not many people with wallets, right? You're like actually a good chunk of the people that have wallets today are bots. And what we're trying to do is convert new people into the space. And so it requires really a very seamless way of doing that. Yeah.
And that also means there's a part of education from your side to your users being people that are interested in getting healthy, gamers that are lacking sports and that want to do some physical activities and as a result get reward. So they might not be familiar with having a MetaMask wallet or any other kind of wallet or buying crypto. So you guys are doing an active job in educating them and making it seamless for them. How are you guys doing this?
Yes. So we are starting with, so one of the first things we're doing, so we're actually doing we're in our pre-mint phase. We're very close to actually launching our mint. But again, most of our users have no understanding of what does blockchain even mean, or have very different expectations of when you say the word NFT. It's a very charged word for them. They'll have a very viscerally negative reaction. We are so the way we're starting out with is so to participate in our mint, or this is like their first experience with the blockchain space, they are going to be buying essentially a merch package, right? So hat, sweater, whatever, and it comes with a redeem code, right? For them, it's equivalent of a gift card code, right? So whenever we refer to things, we use words that they're familiar with. They use that so they don't need to have a crypto to buy anything or to participate in this mint. For starters, right? They can use their credit card, and they know they're getting something of immediate tangible value, because that's the other thing. It's like when you buy an NFT, it is a digital thing and you don't really understand what you're getting. You're like, okay, where are we in this roadmap? What's happening? I don't know. But with this, you kind of make it again.
That's super interesting. So, sorry if I'm just jumping in, because you said something very, very interesting, meaning you are packaging the NFT together with the merchandise from Hero Trainer, so that people that are getting into the Hero Trainer app and that are going to require the NFT further to be part of the Web 3.0 version are already getting kind of learning about the NFT through this indirect way, which would be to get the NFT via the merchandise. So, hey, buy my hat, buy our t-shirt, buy our sweatshirt. You will get some tangible benefits. And as a result, you're also going to get an NFT that is going to allow you to join the Web 3.0 version of the platform.
Yeah. So actually, a really quick aside there. So you don't need to purchase these NFTs to play our game. You will get early access as just kind of a benefit. But one of the big things for us is kind of preventing that slowly escalating admission costs to participate in our game. So it's free to play. The benefit of getting these, we're referring to them as spirit guides. They're kind of like pets. Is that one, they're exclusive. You can't find these anywhere else in the game. They have unique properties. So finding other spirit guides like these later in the game is going to be much more difficult. And again, they look, because they're kind of the Genesis collection, they have inherent value of kind of being on the ground level. So like you said, the goal is to make this very simple and easy for someone to participate. And once they have this redeem code, once our minting website is up, they just enter that code and they can use their email, because we're working with a custodial wallet company. So all they need is their email. They'll collect that NFT, and they can just use that same email in our app and get slowly more invested in the game and learn more about the blockchain space. Because later they might see that, oh, whoa, this spirit guide might be worth $200, $500, $1,000 equivalent, right, in Ethereum. And at that point, they're like, you know what? I'm actually going to go through that pretty intensive process of creating a wallet. So the idea is to reduce as much friction as possible, kind of put off the wallet as far as possible. Because if you ask someone to start off with, spending equivalent of like, some cases like $50 to activate their wallet, go through this very tedious process for something they don't really know much about, it's a very hard ask. So we got to keep it very simple. Be like, hey, listen, you get something of immediate tangible value, and this is something like DLC, like downloadable content for upcoming game. It's exclusive. It's like a pre-order bonus, so to speak, and you can, very seamlessly. All you need is your email. So very easy way to participate.
That is very, very interesting how you structured it, meaning that you made it so that even every Joe is able to participate in a Web 3.0 application and start earning from moving, or start earning from meditating. So I know that you guys have been one of the first companies in this space, because you guys started already in 2019, when this sector or this area was pretty much unknown. I think maybe there was one or two other companies. Right now, the space is pretty packed. There's many different companies. So I wanted to ask, what kind of makes you guys different from the competition, and what are maybe some companies that you think would be worth to look at users that are interested in this space?
For sure. So we'll start off with the first one. What makes us different is that we do not require NFTs to play our game. So we're fully free to play, and that it's made for the average Joe, like you said. So all you need is your email. You can participate. And we also add multiple types of health inputs. So the average one, or everyone is every product we've pretty much seen today is mostly a step-in clone, right? They all have sneakers. It's the same thing. It's repackaged. Their model is practically their tokenomics. They might as well have just copied the white paper. But for us, so we have step tracking, but we also have, again, part of our premium subscription model, you would be able to check in at the gym and like track that exercise and effort you put in there. We have mental health components as well. So meditation, logic puzzles. We also have social health or emotional health, where we are finding new ways to actually interact with our community. For an example, one of the ones that we're most proud of is so you would send an anonymous message, type an anonymous letter, and next morning, someone else would wake up to that anonymous message. And it's a great way. There's a lot of psychology, and actually, giving back to the community has some really phenomenal health benefits. And it's a great way to create a tighter knit community, and also that variability when you wake up in the morning, you're like, what's going to happen today? What message am I going to receive?
Wait. I'm not sure I quite get it. What do you mean sending an anonymous message?
Yeah, so this actually was inspired by this game on Steam, and their whole thing is you just write a letter, and it will anonymously send it to someone else. You'll be like, "Hey, hope you're having a great day," or "Hey, I'm sorry you're going through this trouble." It's just a very it's just a nice positive message that you're sending to someone. So we were like, that's a really fantastic idea, and that was their target. There's no, you're not leveling up. There's no like, you might get like, you can like customize your letterhead and things like that. It's a very simple loop, but it just speaks. It was a huge success. But it was, what was very interesting to see is that when, obviously people can do this in a negative manner, but there's some good filters that prevent that. But the idea and why people really liked it is that they felt like they were helping someone. That person that was receiving the message felt validated, so to speak, by receiving such a nice message from someone that they don't even know. And that's the incredible part of connecting communities together, especially in the Web3 space. Community is such a big proponent. So I don't know if I clarified kind of how that system works a little better, but that is another component of what makes us different. We also have sleep tracking. And the biggest, another large thing that separates us is that we're focused on gamers primarily. So a lot of these health fitness apps or these move to earn apps are focused for the general population. They aren't built for gamers. In fact, there's not many products in general that are focused on getting gamers healthy. And this is a really big problem because there's a lot of gamers worldwide, 3.2 billion, and they all suffer from pretty substantial health issues like obesity, mental health disorders, insomnia, to name a few. And standard thought process is like, oh, like there's no way we can help get gamers healthy. They're kind of screwed. Like they're fat, they're lazy. There's no way they can actually get healthy. But myself as a gamer, a lifelong gamer, I was like, all we need is the right motivation, a product that's built for us, so it's got to be fun, and a community of similar people who understand our struggles, and then fireworks will happen. And that's exactly what happened with the Web2 version. We had these people have dramatic stories of weight loss, coming back from life-crippling injuries, and one person even tattooed our logo to their knee. So it's just an incredible
it's great
community.
It's great how the Web3 is creating the possibility for projects or for companies like this to empower all of the users, and just like the Web 3.0 is doing, to give to make all of the participants inside of an application or inside of a project, to reward them for participating in it, and not just take their data or just kind of not give them anything in return, like the current Web 2.0 model. And how you guys are approaching this is just unbelievable. So I want to remind the audience how, if somebody wants to start making some money, let's put it like that. If somebody wants to start making some money doing some sit-ups and running in the park and meditating, how can they do it right now with Hero Trainer?
So right now we only have the step tracking aspect for the Web2 version. We are actively working towards building that MVP, where you would be able to do all of that. A user would need to be a premium subscriber to receive at least our token. That can be obviously, that's a monetary. Or if they don't want to subscribe to that, the value that they create from the NFTs. So example, we have characters in our game that have outfits, skins, equipment, and pets, like we refer to as spirit guides. All of those can be sold on the marketplace, and all of them are of limited supply. So every season, so to speak, there you won't be able to get that outfit ever again. Like there's limited supply. That's it. So the value constantly increases every time you move forward. So a free player can make money without spending a single dollar. But there is a benefit of being a premium subscriber that allows you to like accelerate your
do less of the grind, just like in many games right now, where you can kind of put in the time to build your character or so forth. You can take a shortcut and pay a little bit if you don't feel like doing that. And I think that's completely fair for those people that want to enjoy more the application, and also in a different way. Is there anything that you think we have not talked about and that you would like to share, or just inform everybody that is listening?
Yeah, so I think I may have I realized when I was talking, I cascaded between different points through our discussion. So I wanted to reiterate. So going back to our differentiators of what makes us different. So we are free to play. We are accessible to the average Joe. We don't require an NFT to participate. And we have these different health inputs, and we're built for gamers. To the other part of your question, what other projects do we think are solid or would be worth looking at? So one of the ones that we came across, so Genopets, which would technically be considered a competitor to us, is also very similar in their methodology.
And this is also one of the first, right? One of the first projects together with you guys, started 2 years ago almost. All right, cool. You were saying about them also?
Yeah, so one of the things, their tokenomics, again, I really like their tokenomics because, again, same principles of free players can only generate revenue from their NFTs, and then the people who own essentially not a premium subscription, but I think it's a specific type of NFT can actually generate tokens. But again, the liquidity from the free players is going into the paid players, so to speak. So their tokenomics is great. There's no requirement to, I think the starting point for that game is also free NFTs. So anyone can participate. So it makes it, again, very accessible. Where they are different than us is, again, they only focus on steps. They don't have the multiple health inputs, and you need to have a wallet to participate. So, we are different in that regard, but we'd still consider them to be a pretty substantial product. And the other company that would be pretty cool to look at is called Sweatcoin. So they actually started out as a Web2 company as well, who's moving into the Web3 space. And they're solely based on partner rewards for the general population. So, you would get clothing, gift cards, and, whatever regular people
discounts,
get.
discounts and so forth, like 30% discount in H&M for the sportwear and things like that. They're also pretty famous. I've seen their coin pop up on different exchanges nowadays. I think they're launching their coin as we speak, as we're speaking right now.
Correct.
But also kind of to mention, all of them are require well, not all of them, but the majority of them require a wallet, and they haven't made it so easy and accessible for, like you said, the average Joe to use and start using concepts from Web 3.0 in a Web 2.0 manner.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. So that, again, I think is really where people should be focusing, is how to bring new people into the space, because, again, the population of people, actual people who have wallets as opposed to bots, because there's a big problem, and there was research done that showed in some cases some games have 40% of their user base, which is just bots. They're farming
They are
And
farming absolutely.
and so it's like, okay, so even it's an even smaller subsection that all these companies are fighting over, and it's not sustainable. So it needs to grow this space. You have to make it easy as possible, which is, I think we're slowly getting in that direction. But gaming is definitely going to be one of those places that explodes. The move to earn space for sure, as long as the
It's
tokenomics are
already
done in a
exploded. Yeah.
yeah, it's already exploded. I mean, it's as long as it's done with a sustainable manner. Like I don't, in my this might be a hot take, but I don't think Steppen is going to really hold out in like I would say give it a year before that project has kind of lost a lot of its value. The reason why I say that is because sustainability is a big
Yeah.
issue that they're facing. Someone like with the multiple clones that are coming out, all it takes is one with the right economics, and you're done, right? Like, so that's why I think Steppen's probably going to go under.
Their
Or
competitive advantage, their initial competitive advantage is that they were early. However, they didn't really figure out a sustainable way. Well, they can still figure it out, obviously, but so far they haven't figured out a sustainable way to fuel the circle of the rewards, like
agreed,
like you guys have, by generating a real revenue and funneling the real revenue inside of the business and distributing it as the awards. Well, our time is up. This has been actually a amazing chat. We've learned about how the web 3.0 economy works in terms of move and earn, which is a exploding topic and a really interesting topic. And Yash, the founder and CEO of Hero Trainer, has been so kind to, in first person, to tell us how a company that is in the move to earn space works, how what are the challenges, the advantages, the constraints of the model, and so forth. So I want to thank you so much for being with us here today. If anybody wants to reach out or be part of the Hero Trainer community and start making some money, here is the link. Please visit the link and join today. There are some restrictions that Yash shared previously, but soon a worldwide version is going to be available for everybody. Awesome. Thank you so much for being with me, and I wish you a great day.
Thank you for having me. It's an
Bye.
honor. Bye bye.